So yeah, I wanted to play baseball. Dude, it was like those scenarios where like my baseball career, like so it was before I was in high school. Like I would have a good game or a good couple games or something, and then put me like I'd be batting third, I'd be batting like cleanup, like fourth, and then there'd be games where like let's say I like was like 0 for 4 or something, then they just drop me in the lineup to fifth, sixth, like I was never one of those guys batting like eighth or ninth. Thank God. Um, and I had a little bit of power, so I would be. I was never first or second, but I was always like third, fourth. But dude, it was just there was no set line. It was just always changing every day, and it kind of fucks with your head, to be honest. Any baseball players, doesn't it fuck with like, dude, if you're like bad, if they like move you up in a lineup, you're feeling fucking good. You're feeling fucking good. You're like, bro, like I'm about to go crazy today. Um, then they move you down, and you're like, all right, so I'm ass. Um, so that fucked in my head a little bit. I also got hit in the face. Um, and that fucked me up too. And I think that made me a little scared of batting a little bit because I got hit like right in the face, bro. Like dead on in the face. Um, when I was a kid, I had to be like 12. What else? You peaked in high school. When you're typing something like that, like, are you just saying something you heard someone say? Like, how does that apply to me, whose life got significantly better as my life has gone on? I'm just what? I'm so confused. Like every year, my life has peaked more. So I don't know what you mean. First porn story. You know what's really funny about that? I can actually tell you a story that happened, and we actually were talking about this the other day. My family, because somebody came up in a conversation. So basically, when I was in, I want to say like, I think I might have been in. It was like first, second, or third grade. I can't remember. Anyway. Um, I had a friend who we never hung out outside of school. And one day he asks, yo, do you want to come over and like play video games and shit? So I asked my parents or whoever was picking me up, my mom or dad, whatever, and they were like, yeah. So I went over his house. We played some video games, chilled, had a couple snacks, and then in his room, he had a computer. Now, I didn't have a computer at that age. Like, we just had, like, a family computer, like, in the house somewhere. Like, in the, like kitchen or something. So, we're on the computer, and he shuts the door, and he's like, yo, you want to see something? And I'm like, sure, bro. I have no idea, bro. I've never seen, like, I must have been in, like, first, second grade. I had to have been, because I've never seen shit like this. Buddy proceeds to put on bangbros.com. Okay? He put on bangbros.com. And it was like, you guys know what that is? Like, they would, like, pick up a girl on the street and bring her in a van, and they'd, like, fuck her in the van. You guys know what I'm talking about? Did he have premium? Buddy, this was before any premium, subscription, nothing. This was just, you go on the internet and there's just porn there. So he puts it on and I'm like, oh my god. And there was a scene where a girl was like, spread her legs and they zoomed in and she was like spreading her fucking like pussy open, bro. It was like very graphic, bro. And I'm like a little kid. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, it looked like, I just remember in my head, I was like, yo, that literally looks like painful. Like, it looks like she's in pain or something. Like, bleeding or some shit. I was like, oh my god. I'm looking at this, and I'm trying to act cool, because, like, you know, he's, like, saying, like, this shit's cool or something. And then I'm looking at him, and he's all, like, weird. He's, like, fucking, like, like... And then, the door... We hear, like, walking, and then the door opens, and he quickly clicks, like, the monitor button on his computer. He's like, oh, what's up? And his dad walked in. And he's like, oh, what's going on here, boys? Like, we're like, oh, yeah, nothing, like, you know, whatever. And then I remember being like, yeah, like, I'm gonna call, like, my parents, like, I'm gonna go home, like, right? Bro. This fucking guy, this fucking dad, this fucking weirdo. This dude's a fucking weirdo, bro. And there were rumors about him, like, being a fucking freak and possibly being, like, inappropriate to kids. I don't know. But this guy's a fucking weirdo. Okay? Yo, I'm actually not gonna tell this story if I'm reading in the chat fairy tale Reddit story made up ChatGPT. I'm just not gonna finish it, bro. No offense to you guys who want to hear it, but you either gotta drown out those people, and so I can't see it, or if you're just gonna let them spam the chat and ruin it for everyone, let them ruin it, I guess. I'm really not gonna tell stories like when people act like this, bro. It's very fucking, it's very, like, annoying. Anyway. My parents get a call. My parents get a call. And it's the kid's dad. This is at night. I don't hear the call. But my parents call me into their room after the phone rang and they go on the call. They go, Lewis, what happened today? Like, be honest. And I was like, I'm not going to say his name. Let's say his name is Mike. His name's not Mike, but I'm just going to say Mike. Oh, Mike, like, played porn. And he turned on a website called bangbros.com. And my dad immediately knew that I was telling the truth. Because the dad called and said that Mike told him that I searched it. So, in other words, this kid got busted and fucking blamed me. And they said, we're going to call the school. We're going to call the school and have them settle this. Your son came in our house, put porn on, yada, yada, yada. Meanwhile, their son's a fucking freak who actually watches this shit. And he's like fucking like 9 years old or whatever the fuck we were. Dude, my parents immediately, they knew I was telling the truth. Because, and I remember my dad going, he wasn't saying this to me, but he was saying it to my mom who was right there. He's like, he doesn't know what the fuck Bang Bros is. Like, I remember him saying that. I remember him saying that. I remember him being like, he doesn't know what the fuck Bang Bros is. And he was right. I didn't know what the fuck that was. I was fucking in first grade. Like, you know, my parents actually raised me well. Like, they didn't just fucking let me browse the fucking internet and watch porn all day. Anyway, so something happened with the school, bro. Because they said something happened, and my parents fucking fought them over it. Like, literally, like, they all went into, like, the fucking principals. Like, they literally went in. And nothing happened to me, bro. Nothing happened to me. Because whatever my parents said in that room to them, whatever they said, whatever they were saying, like, oh, we know he didn't do this, yada, whatever. Like, I didn't get in trouble. But, dude, that fucking stupid ass kid tried to get me, like, fucking, like, he blamed it on me. And then I almost got fucking, like, in trouble, bro. My parents didn't, like, step in, bro, and do some shit. Dude, I don't know what the fuck would have happened. I might have been kicked out of fucking school. Really fucked up shit, bro. Really just dumbass, stupid ass fucking weirdo kid. And that kid was always a weirdo, bro. Dude, guys, he was always a fucking freak after that, to me. At least that's how I viewed him in my eyes. And it didn't seem like he had a lot of friends after that. Because after that, I didn't talk to him, bro. Fuck him. I was never cool with him again after that. But he didn't really have friends, bro. And look what he fucking did. You invite me over your house and you fucking lie on my name and blame me for some shit? He showed you pussy and you backstabbed him. Bro. Buddy, this is the thing, bro. If he never got caught, I would have never... I wouldn't say shit. That's it. But he got caught, and he tried to blame me. His parents called my parents and tried to slander me to the school. And yeah, they fought that shit, bro. I've told this story, I think, before, but maybe I haven't. The first nut I ever busted, bro. I think I was about... I'm going to say 13, 14, somewhere around there. I don't remember. I remember as a kid, I think I like woke up a couple times. I had like a quote unquote wet dream or something. And this is how fucked up. I don't know why I was scared. But something told me, bro. Like, to fucking throw out my fucking underwear, bro. I'm not kidding, bro. So, I woke up and I saw that shit. And I would fucking run down the street and throw it in a fucking sewer. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding, bro. I threw my fucking nutted underwear in a sewer. I don't even know why. Like, I don't even know what I was, like, afraid of. Like, my mom doing the laundry and seeing it, but, like, why was I scared of that? I don't even know. I don't know, bro. But, so, I say all that to say this. So, after that happened a couple times, that's when I realized, like, something with my... I had a blanket on. It was like, I had just woken up. And there was something about this blanket, the way it felt, bro. it was a little tingly, bro. And whatever the fuck, listen, I'm not gonna get into detail, but you know, I had my first tug with this blanket, but I had no experience, so the shit got all over the blanket, bro. And same fucking thing I did with the underwear, bro. I fucking waited till like they like went to the store or something. I fucking grabbed the blanket, ran out my back door, jumped over a fence, ran down the block, and I had to go down 2 blocks because I'm like, yo, this evidence can't even be near us. And I fucking threw it in another sewer. My fucking blanket, bro. Yo, if someone knows why my head was like this, please tell me, bro. I've never talked to like a fucking psychiatrist about this. I don't know what that was. That is not normal. Dude, the thing is, maybe I thought they would get mad if I fucking like ruined my fucking blanket or something. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. You treated it like it was a body? Dude, I don't know why I was hiding it. Mad for nothing in a blanket. I don't know. Dude, honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. Nobody found the blanket. It was in a sewer. What if it's like still down there? Did they clean out sewer? Dude, it could still be there. What if I like caused like oh my god. What if I caused a fucking flood on that street? Shit yourself story? I never shit my pants. I think when I was really little, I might have shit myself, like, not like a shit, like a poop, but like, you know what I mean? Like, there was like, when I was really little, like, there was some shit, like, you know what I mean? There was a fucking tire mark, bro. If you know what I'm saying. Maybe that was what it was. Maybe I got a fucking, maybe I looked at it like it was like a tire mark. Disgusting piece of shit. First fight story? I don't remember, honestly. Cause there were like some goofy fights, like that like weren't even like a fight. Like I just like shoving back and forth, put someone in a headlock, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. One fight, this kid, I don't know why I fought him, but it was at like a school dance when we were younger, and I think he like picked on somebody, or he said something to Nick, or something happened that pissed me off, and me and him fought. Like, I was bigger than him. I like kind of like beat the shit out of him. Like, I didn't even punch him. I just like, you know, shoved him around and fucking threw him on the ground. But this is the fucked up part. So in my mind, I'm like, yo, this guy's a piece of shit. This guy's an asshole. He loses like a necklace or like a bracelet or something, and he says it was like special to him or some shit, and like he like tells on me, and like my friends and whoever, it was like kind of a group of people, tells on me, bro, and they made me have to look for it with him. They were like, look around for it, like whatever. Dude, I found that shit, bro, and I threw that bitch in the garbage. I threw that shit in the garbage, bro. And then I threw it in the garbage. I'm still looking at it like, oh, shit, I don't know, bro. I don't know where it is. That guy was an asshole, bro. That guy was a fucking asshole, and he transferred schools, and that was like he already had transferred, so it was like his third school in like 2 years. Like, bro, like, I don't know what this guy's. I don't even remember what it was about. Bullying? Nah, dude, this is the one thing about me, bro. I would never bully a person. I would never, ever, like, just pick on an innocent person. Never. The only people that are getting picked on, bro, are people that think they're tough and are trying to, like, do shit to me or my friends or something. Those are the only people that something's gonna happen to. But I would never, ever pick on an innocent kid, bro. Matter of fact, I actually remember we would actually, if we saw someone, like, bullying someone, we would actually fuck with that person. I remember this shit clear as day, bro. There was one kid that I was friends with, maybe in, like, 4th, 5th, 6th grade. And he got into a fight with a kid, and they're, like, chasing each other around, pushing each other. Someone threw something at him, whatever. And they're running around, and we're near no teachers right now. We're in, like, an area where there's no teachers. Like, in a cafeteria, like, but it's not even lunchtime. So he runs up the stairs, and my friend chases him, and the principal comes in. And my friend is pushing one of those rolling garbages. He was trying to push the rolling garbage at the kid. And the principal rounded the corner as he was throwing it towards the stairs, bro. Bro, he got fucking expelled that day. And I never fucking talked to that kid again, bro. Never talked to that kid again. What's the type of dude to bring his teacher an apple? First blinker story? I mean, I can tell you the first time I smoked weed. My brother, my friend's brother. Was about 3 years older than us, I want to say. I think he's about 3 years older than us. And he was really into, like, movies and, like, writing movies and, like, filming shit, whatever. So he was filming something at their parents' house, and his parents weren't home. And he was with his friend. And they were smoking weed in the basement. And me and my friend walked in. You know, his brother. We walk in. And he's like, oh, do you guys want to hit this? I never smoked before. But I was like, fuck yeah, bro. Oh, I got 5? I got 20 spins. Holy shit. So yeah, his brother gave me the joint, and I hit it. And I remember they're like, like inhale it, like, you know, whatever. Yeah, dude. I don't even know if I got high, honestly. I feel like I didn't even get high. And then I remember them saying something like, oh, you don't get high your first time. True, like actually? Yeah, dude, yeah, so then fucking, what's it called? So oh my god, wait, this is a good bonus. What is that guy 𝗟𝗀𝗀𝗧𝗋𝗋 on? Are you on drugs? The first time I really remember getting high, I'm trying to think, man. It's like, I think I was like a freshman in high school, and a couple of my friends wanted to like smoke. We're like, oh, dude, we're gonna buy weed. Like, all right, you guys give me some money. You guys give me some money. Like, and we gathered up like $50 or some shit. And we asked our friend like beforehand, he's like, yo, like, we were like, yo, can you like sell us weed? And he was like, yeah, I got you. And so we give him the money, and he hands this little bag. And we get to the house. It's like me and like one or two of my friends. And we open it up. And we're like, wait, what the fuck? This dude just poured like oregano in like a little dime bag. And put like grass in it too. And like just mixed it up. I'll never forget that, bro. And like, you know what's the funniest thing about that? Is we just acted like that never happened, and like we were like friends with the guy. We're like, yeah, like, remember freshman year, like the first like the second month of school or something? This kid just like absolutely just fucking like rinsed us. We were still friends with him. Bro, watched The Office one time. It's so like it's so annoying. I'm telling you these stories. I'm not making up any story. I'm just telling you things that have happened in my life, and all you're doing is just sitting here saying you're a liar, dude. Like, do you even like me as a like dead ass, bro? What are you even doing sitting here? You're insulting me. You're just calling me a liar. What are you even doing? Like, I'm dead ass. You're just sitting here saying. The dude just said you watched The Office. What the fuck are you even referencing, bro? The Office? So annoying. Bro, fuck this, bro. So fucking annoying. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, just joking. Get the fuck out of here, bro. It's always the just joking. It's always the I was kidding. Okay, bro. I got another good weed story if you guys want to hear it. So we had a friend who his parents were never home. And they were like in another state. So his house was just open. And so we went in there. There was a bunch of us. We had weed. We were going in there to smoke and like chill and whatnot. So I'm like, I gotta be like 17. I don't know. Everyone's in the basement. Okay? I go upstairs into the kitchen area where the bathroom, the kitchen is, whatever. And you can see the window to the front from where I was standing. And I saw flashing cop lights. Okay? And I heard knocking at the door. I duck down on the floor, crawl, and go into the basement. I go, bro, we're fucked. Flush the fucking weed. Like, dude, fuck you. We're not flushing the weed. I'm like, bro, flush the fucking weed. They're coming in. The cops are here. They know we're in the house. The cars are outside. Our cars. We're fucked. So, they apparently at the time tried to get in contact with my friend's parents. They didn't answer. So they just left. But I convinced everyone downstairs to flush the weed. So they actually fucking flushed like a lot of weed, like hundreds of dollars worth. And when we all went back upstairs, bro, there was no cops. And to this day, bro, if I ever saw any one of those people that I was with, they'll literally say that I made it up that there were cops. And then what I say is, why the fuck would I just make up that there were cops here? How does that help me? Who does this help? And dude, I didn't know the law, bro. I didn't watch fucking JCS videos. I didn't fucking know that the cops can't just walk into the house without like a warrant or something. I literally thought that if the cops could, they would just walk into the house, bro. Well, you live and learn, bro. You live and fucking learn. First time driving? My first time driving was with like an instructor. This guy, his name was like Dave. Funny guy. He had a driving, instructor class, and he would teach kids how to drive. And dude, honestly, bro, when I started driving, like I don't remember ever being bad at driving. I always liked driving, but I'll tell you, like, I guess, like, the scariest thing that happened to me, like, when I first started. When I first started driving, this dude Bernie said, yeah, facts. Bernie, I'm not even going to expose you, bro. When I first started driving, it was around Valentine's Day that I actually, like, got my license, because my birthday is February 8th. So by the time I actually got my license, it was like Valentine's Day-ish, right? So, I picked up this girl, and I remember being so fucking nervous. And it wasn't about being nervous that I was with her and I was driving, whatever. It was like a nervous where I was driving and trying to, like, concentrate. Like, I'm still, like, a new driver. Like, I'm, like, low-key, like, shook. It's at night. I'm driving. You know those, like, rails? Those, like, cement rails on the side? Like, let's say it's, like, a 2-lane road. And, like, those cement rails in the middle. And there's another lane over there. And they're driving this way. Dude, I remember being so fucking scared that I was going to crash into it, that I was damn near driving in the middle of the fucking, like, 2 lanes. I was driving, like, in the middle lanes. There were cars honking, and I would go over. She didn't even notice, bro. Thank God. But bro, I literally thought I was gonna crash into that shit. I'm like fucking like, dude, people don't talk about that. Like, I don't know how many, I don't know where you guys, like, you know, roads are different everywhere. But like, in like Jersey, there's a lot of places where they'll like close the lanes or like make a small lane or something, like on the highway or some shit. And that feeling when you're driving through it, it feels like you're gonna crash on either side. Even to this day. Even to this day, like, you know?